Hi, welcome to the second episode of Camp in India Crash Course. My name is Sagar Kapoor and I'm the Chief Creative Officer of Lowe Lintas Global Brands. And I'm here to talk to you guys about something that doesn't exist, which is called the phenomenon of festive advertising. The reason I say this is because there's nothing called festive advertising. The brief doesn't start from a festival. The brief always starts from the brand first. And hence, I've always followed this in my career, 20 odd years now, that it's not festive advertising, it is contextual advertising. There needs to be a context that exists for your brand in the festival and vice versa, right? The festival should mean something to your brand and your brand should mean a lot to that festival. You have to bring something to that festival. What is your brand going to offer to that particular festival? So what it ends up becoming is a great occasion where there's a meeting point, there's a cusp of what the brand has to offer, right? And what the festival has to offer. And that's the combined offering that you give to a consumer. It's a great time to advertise, there is no doubt. I mean, the mood is always upbeat, there is more intent to buy, there is more intent to indulge. And we've all seen brands that have in the past or even currently have had the pressure of advertising in particular festivals, and they've created some comms. There's nothing greatly wrong with that, but what I'm trying to land is the magic happens when there is a brand's clear role to play in the festival, right? And what I'd like to do is quickly share three of the examples. We have many others, and so the first brand happens to be Lifebuoy, which is India's #1 soap brand. Yeah. What's the connect with Lifebuoy and festivals? I mean, it's probably you won't expect a festive ad for a soap brand, right? Which is a germ kill brand, which is a protection brand. But there's a great connect, which is, and the insight happens to be that festivals come with a lot of joy, a lot of celebration, but they also come with a lot of infections. It's a time when, especially in countries like India, where people eat with hands a lot, there is a lot of community bonding, there's a lot of sharing of food, of hugs, and you interact with so many people, and that's the time infections can actually happen and spread. Of course, you don't want an infection to interrupt your celebrations during festivals, so our role becomes doubly critical at that point in time. And for the brand like Lifebuoy, it's in festival advertising is, like I said, a context, and it's in the calendar every single year, and it's not just India, Pakistan, Vietnam, it's all over the world. It's a great offering from Lifebuoy. It's a great time for Lifebuoy to speak, and it's a very relevant context for Lifebuoy to speak during festivals. So that's the first example I wanted to share. Like I said, it's been a part of our calendar forever. I mean, it's not like a particular activity where it's not like a topical post that something is coming up and you overnight start thinking as to what you want to do. There's a role to play of the brand, and that's what makes it critical for Lifebuoy to talk to people at that point in time. The second example happens to be Tanishq, which is a jewelry brand out of a Bangalore office. Clearly, jewelry has a great role to play in every festival, right? Especially in India, across the country. I mean, it is a time when people want to dress up. It is a time when people want to. At times, it is most of the festivals. It is auspicious to buy jewelry during a festival. It's like a tradition that people follow of going and buying gold jewelry, or jewelry during a festival. It becomes like a family tradition that people carry on. So again, Tanishq is like really just 1 degree away from that festival. And of course, what we do is, even in some comms, we also go to the insights of the festival. We just don't write a Tanishq story and kind of attach it to a festival. We go for the insight of the festival. What is the story behind the festival? Do we have a jewelry story to say for that? And most of the times, we actually end up creating collections which are based on the idea of the festival. So it's all the more relevant for you to kind of go and indulge in that purchase at that point in time. What I'd like to share as a third example, I'm sure most of the people watching this video would have followed at some point in time a surf festive ad, which is mostly we've been doing a lot of versions on Ramadan and in Holi. Ramadan happens to be a month of do-gooders, right? It's about doing good for others during that holy month. It's a great space for surf. What is surf? Surf is about doing good. It's कुछ अच्छा करने से दाग लगे तो दाग अच्छे हैं. Dirt is good. You see where these two meet, at the heart of it. And hence every lovely story with the child trying to do something good for others during Ramadan, acquiring stains and yet being praised by the mother, and it being a surf story always comes out to be beautiful, and it's been hugged by people all over Pakistan whenever it's released over there. In fact, they wait for the next piece when is the next surf Ramadan piece coming out. Another critical aspect of a contextual festive ad is the timing of it. When are you going to release your piece of comms? A lot of brands end up going for the one day phenomenon. I mean, it can be done, but there's enough science to prove that it's not going to get you the kind of the ROI that you need. I mean, because it's just to put it into perspective, it's almost equal to a topical post that an event has happened and you've just flashed something on that day and it just kind of disappears after that. So it's always a great idea to just warm people up to a festival, right? Because that also comes from the inside of saying, as humans also, we start warming up to a festival just before it's going to arrive, right? It's not just Diwali morning that we feel the festivities of Diwali. A week before Diwali, you start feeling that Diwali is around the corner. A week before Christmas, you start feeling, it's Christmas mood is on. A week before any other festival, you start feeling this. It might be a one-day event or a two-day event or three-day event, as depending on the festival. But as humans, we want to start feeling for the festival. That's the best time to enter, their minds and hearts, and that's the best time to start talking about the festival, so that you have enough width, and you get enough kind of eyeballs going for your brand. So that's ideal. The timing is critical. A one-day phenomenon is not always the great way to kind of go about a festival contextual ad. So the larger point I wanted to make is, of course, festivals are the great time to advertise your brand. There's pressure. There's FOMO at times in some marketers saying, "Where's my Raksha Bandhan ad? Where's my Independence Day ad? Where's my Faladimka ad?" The pressure is fine, but just pause for a bit and maybe you want to give it a thought, saying, is it really worth it? Because is the recall going to be high? Is it going to be memorable? The recall and the memorability will come from you having a relevant message during that festival, or else you're just going to be one more ad on that festival day, right? A banyan ad has nothing to do with a Durga Puja. What is it going to say, right? So you just need to be relevant to it, and if the relevance is high, it's a great thing to do. And which is why, signing off, I want to say it's a contextual ad. Look at it as a contextual brief, and festival being a context, not festival being the brief. Yeah. So that's my 2 bits on the festive ad phenomenon. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.